Okay, so here's a quick video on how to change decimals to fractions. So we have 0.5 and we want to change that into a fraction. Well, the first thing you want to do is I like to just put any decimal I have over 1. It just helps me visualize things better. I don't know, it just helps me solve the problem easier. Okay, so 0.5 over 1 times 1 over 1. Now, we're going to add zeros after these, but the number of zeros we add is dependent on how many digits there are after this decimal point. So there's only one digit after the decimal, right? 5 is the only digit. So because of that, we are only going to add 1 0 after the 1 over here. So now we have 0.5 times 10, which is 5, and 10 times 1 is 10. Now, after you do this, it's always important to simplify your answer. So 5 can be over 10 can be simplified by dividing by 2, or my bad, not dividing by 2, dividing by 5. Divide by 5. And that's going to give us 5 divided by 5 is 1. 10 divided by 5 is 2. And this can't be simplified any further. So our final answer is 1 over 2. Let's try another one. Let's do 0.65. We're just going to put that over 1 times 1, and there are 2 digits after the decimal place in this example, right? 0.65. 6 is a digit, 5 is a digit, 2 digits. So because there's 2 digits after the decimal place, we're going to put 2 zeros this time. 0.65 times 100 is 65. And 100 times 1 is, of course, 100. And that can be simplified over to, let's see how we can simplify this. By 5, divided by 5, divided by 5. And then our final answer for this problem is going to be 13 over 20. So far, so good. Let's try another one, but let's switch it up. So let's say we have this time a number that has 3 digits after the decimal. Let's try this, 0.005 over, we'll do 1, times, and because there's 3 digits after the decimal, we're going to add 3 zeros over here. And by the way, some of these problems are in the worksheet I gave you. My goodness, slip of the tongue, did not mean that. But we now have, actually 3 of these are from the worksheet I gave you. But they're great examples, so we'll continue here. So 0.005 times 1,000 That's going to give us 5 over 1,000 times 1 is 1,000. And this can be simplified. Divide by 5. Divide by 5. We're left with 1 over 200. And let's do one final one. I'm getting so tongue-tied today. Please excuse me. Let's do 2 times 2.2. 2.2. Okay, so 2.2. Now, this is a little different, right? Because all the numbers we've had so far were numbers where the digits were only after the decimal, not before. But I'll show you how to solve this one. So with these kind of problems, we are only considering the number of digits after the decimal still. Even if there's numbers before the decimal point, we're still only considering how many digits are after it. So we know there's 1 digit after the decimal point, so it's going to be 10. And that's going to leave us with 2 over 10. And of course, if you would like to change this to a mixed number instead, we can. Oh, let's simplify this first though. Divided by 2 is 1. Divided by 2 is 5. Okay, but I'm just going to leave our answer there. So that is how you, oh, I'm sorry, I did this wrong. Give me 1 second. It's going to be 22 over 10. I think something was a little off. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Now we get 11 over 5. And if we want to change this into a mixed number, why not? Let's do it. 5 goes into 11 2 times, right? 5 times 2 is 10. 11 minus 10 is 1 to the 5th for the denominator. And here you are. Here's some examples on how to change decimals to fractions.